Hi, this is Mike Hendrickson from Strata Data in New York. I'm here with Erin Banks from Dell EMC. Erin, how you doing?
Hi, I'm great. How are you?
Good. So last year we talked, and last question asked you, where will we be in 12 months?
Yeah.
Can you take me through your journey these last 12 months and tell me where you guys are?
Yeah, it's been a good journey. It's been taking some time, but it seemed that it went really, really fast. And technically, we're Dell Technologies with strategically aligned businesses beneath it. So when you think about Dell EMC, Dell, VMware, Pivotal, RSA, SecureWorks, Virtustream, these are the companies that really combine to become Dell Technologies. So I work obviously under Dell EMC, coming from the Heritage EMC standpoint. But it's been great. We've really come together, which has been really nice to kind of see these two kind of cultures become one. And it's been great to see how, I remember last year I said that I was hoping that we could keep it simple, right? I just hoped that having these two companies, it wasn't going to be kind of confusing to customers, because that's the worst part. And it's been great. And we've been able to pull products together, like we've just released a Ready bundles with Isilon attached to it. Because before it would be, especially like in a Hadoop environment, there might be a little bit of competition between the two companies. Now we're able to really pull them together to really find the most perfect offering for customers, and that's been great.
And you're keeping it simple.
Yeah, really.
Isn't that the hardest
simple.
part?
Yes, because and I've always tried to stress that infrastructure should always be the last thing that you think of, and we're still continuing to keep that motto, right? Keeping it simple, working from an application perspective, right? What is the problem you're trying to solve? But not only that, it's what do you need to do to have your business become successful? What do you need to have that competitive edge? And that's how we drive it, and making sure that we're providing offerings and services that can really give the customers that. But exactly what you said, we need to keep it simple.
So keeping it simple, Dell itself, Dell EMC, Dell Technologies, whatever we're calling you guys.
Yes.
You guys are also going through your own transformation as you bring all these entities together. And then you're helping your partners with that transformation for them as well?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's always been the one thing that I've found is really great as we're going through this digital transformation and helping customers do that. That's been one of the most powerful things that customers seem to get from us. What I've noticed when I do meetings with customers, sometimes we just follow it up with a meeting of how have we built out our data analytics ecosystem ourselves. And customers really drive into that and understanding how a company, especially as big as ours, Dell EMC, 140,000 employees, and how we're really managing putting data together from the two companies, right? How is our Chief Data Governance Officer really working to tagging everything correctly, looking at everything correctly, keeping the data clean? And we had a process already, but now it's really putting everything to the test to making sure that we are achieving that now as Dell EMC.
And so as you're achieving this, the world's changing really quickly.
Yeah.
So we have AI and machine learning and all these things happening. We also have IoT all over the edges.
Yes.
So how are you guys bringing all that into what you're doing and then helping your partners do that same sort of thing?
Yeah, so we're definitely tackling it certainly from a machine learning perspective, and still we really see it almost the same, right? It's still going to be we still have to handle the data, and we're still continuing to do that. And we're creating technology and working with partners to really give offerings to customers, like with GPUs that really provide great capabilities. Because, again, it's going to always be about the application that's running on top. From an IoT perspective, we've been doing some really amazing things. We just announced that VMware has released the IoT Pulse Control Center. And that's been really great for us to really understand how we can manage devices from an IoT perspective. And both Dell EMC and VMware are founding members of the EdgeX Foundry, which is part of the Linux Foundation. And we're not only founders, but obviously contributors to that. And that's been really important for us to continue to, again, have all of these companies together under the Dell Technologies umbrella, working to really provide offerings to our customers that's simple. Because Heritage Dell was already in the IoT market. They were doing gateways. And from a Heritage EMC standpoint, we weren't in it too much. And then, again, now as we've become these larger entities together, we've really been able to kind of drive that ship, moving it forward. And exactly like you're saying, doing this digital transformation together and making sure that we're all on path for that.
So when you're working with your partners right now, and I know maybe this comes through Pivotal and other parts of the Dell EMC empire, but do you see two main things happening? There's transformation with partners, and there's the disruptors.
Right.
And are they both have the same needs? They both want to own a market, but their use of technology is different?
Yeah, I wouldn't say, I don't find right now that the use of technology is different in the sense of, obviously, yeah, you don't want to be disrupted, you want to be the disruptor, right? And we've always been saying that from that aspect. And I think when it comes down to it, it's really what you're doing above the infrastructure, what you're doing with the power of that data that is going to have the biggest effect and define that, right? That's why we talk about this, how this digital transformation is so essential, both from a data analytics perspective and an IoT perspective, as well as security, to really managing the data, finding the power of that data, the value of it, and really being able to excel it and your business.
So we started out this conversation about our conversation 12 months ago. Let's back that up a little teeny bit. What do you see on your horizon at Dell EMC in the next 3 months? And then let's also look forward to next year's conversation as well. So 3 and 12 months.
Yeah, I think our first initiative, certainly from a data analytics perspective, is to drive IoT and data analytics together, or more of like an analytics of things, right? So our Project Nautilus, the work that's being done out of VMware, and also, creating this almost like the idea of taking the hyper-converged infrastructure, so taking the Dell EMC and VMware and the tools that we have and putting those components at the edge, really, so that more of you're able to do those analytics at the edge, is really where we're driving that IoT market, and really feel like it's essential to, we always talk about where you learn, and it was a great quote from this morning in the keynote where, you act locally, and you're doing all of those, making those decisions that you have to do locally, and what is the right capabilities of doing that, and that's what's been so great about having all these companies together, so we can provide that.
Is hyper-converged a Dell EMC word, or is that a
absolutely.
industry standard word?
No, it's industry standard, but it's also, Dell EMC is number one in the market with regard to hyper-converged. So it's been really great for us to really take those strong points from those individual businesses, from these strategically aligned businesses, and putting them together to really offer these solutions to the customers.
Sounds great. Well, I look forward to that conversation in 12 months.
Much.
Thanks, Erin.